this button so everyone can hear my magnificent voice. Oh, I'll turn the volume up. What are you talking about? The Scrubdom's got the best voice. Oh, I need to pull Gen's stream up still. I was sending out all the things. I forgot to pull up Gen's. Scrubdom.
Hey, hear this, guys? I've already got yours pulled up. I even responded to Nikki being in the chat already.
Joke's on you, I didn't pull either of your things up yet.
Again, you know I love you. We're doing pretty
We're
good,
doing
Nikki.
all right.
What have you been up to? Oh, also to let you guys know, I've got a 4-star poison lichen rock. Are we?
I'm down for
I'm
that.
pretty sure we can do poison because, funny enough, the same one for me and Ben are psychic types.
I mean, I could use Slowbro, who's water psychic.
Yeah, no, we
I mean,
have 3 psychic type. So we each
I
have a
would use
psychic
either
type.
Pork Chop or Leg Day. Leg Day just got Earth Power.
There.
I mean, use whichever one you want. To let you know, Nikki, we're in the bit of a grind. Me and Ben did the dumb and forgot to grind over the week. 2 weeks, really.
Honestly, we're not far.
We really aren't. We just gotta get up to 57.
Literally 1 or 2 more raids and we'll be good to go for the next thing. Which will be, like, the push.
Well, I mean, after we beat the Dragon Titan, don't we actually have a really big grinding session to get up to, like, level 60-something?
I still say for the Elite 4, 60.
That way there's room to expand
Yes.
inside of it.
Yep.
Oh, you know how I like expanding inside of it.
Ooh.
Well, because the first 2 are capped out at 58 and 59.
Ah.
And then 60, 61, 62.
Yeah, and we'll get the levels on our squad.
And even if
assuming
we
y'all don't do
it's
a
close
hit.
enough. It's close enough that it shouldn't hurt us.
We have exactly enough
good.
people left for 1 TPK.
Thank you for joining here as well, Nikki. I appreciate it.
Nikki's a good guy. He's always jumping around. Ooh, also, Nikki's building his first computer.
Nice.
What you do is you make it entirely with parts that you find in the trash. That way it's got personality.
Trash computer.
Garbage.
Hey, I still appreciate that. Bounce as much as you want.
That Nikki's usually pretty good about coming in and hanging out. He can't do quite like what we do, or we dual streams. I'm dual wielding streams right now.
So am I. I've got one screen that has the actual gameplay up, another that has both our streams up, each taking up half the screen.
Yeah, I still need to look into getting a third screen.
I don't have room for a third screen, or I absolutely would.
I have the room, I just need to do it, but then I have to figure out where I'm going to put my microphone. Ooh.
Some other day, maybe, but I don't have the room for a third screen just yet.
Well, I'm also not using the biggest screens. I think these are only like 22 inches.
Or you view 20.
Yeah, mine are 27.
I've thought about upgrading to bigger screens, but at the same time, I just really like this screen.
That's fair. Hey, if it works, it works.
And it does work.
Well, what kind of case you got, Nikki?
I am
You
also
just
interested.
mentioned you, because that's always the fun part, is how it looks. When you're building your own, making it look cool is always fun.
Mine is Frankenstein. It's great.
I know, you've told me about it.
Isn't yours like Frankenstein, like all up against your wall?
So it's... No, it's... I did some janky things with. I put the reservoir on the back, but I had to like clip pieces of the back grating to do it. I put an extra radiator instead of fans on the top. I ran the flexible tubing so that it goes from the pump outside of the case, the pump is outside of the case. It goes from flexible tubing to the fan on the top, from the cooler on the top, back down around inside the case to my GPU cooler, from there to the CPU cooler, from the CPU cooler back out the case into the reservoir.
I have become one with the rock.
Wait.
I am one with the rock.
Scott, take a look at my stream. This is trippy.
Oh, you're gonna make me pull up your screen.
You know, there's no better time to do this than now. Here's how trippy it is. It got my camera working again.
What?
I figured I got my camera working again over the last week. I also got my green screen fixed. Everything's back up and running. The next 2 weeks will not have face cam though, but I just...
It just worked. Oh, you muted yourself.
Oh, that's what it was doing to me last week. Or last time we were on. That's the shit I told you about, Carlos.
God.
That's what I was talking about.
That is so weird.
So I think
Thank
it's
God,
because
somebody
the
else has
Titan
seen it.
is here. And because the Titan's here, it doesn't want any crystals on this island. But they still exist here.
I know where you are. Because, yeah, I also have a crystal in that area. I have a rock-type crystal. Oh, you're on my rock-type crystal.
You're on Scott's crystal. That may also be part of it.
It very well might be.
I'm down for one more. That'll get all my guys 27. Or, sorry, 57.
Okay.
No, I'm doing this with a level 2017. Just gonna YOLO the Elite Four with that.
TPK.
Now, I still have...
Just gonna use a level 1 Aaron Fear Stratum.
I still have a bit to go because I completely forgot to grind over these last 2 weeks. We had extra
That's fine.
time.
I don't mind having extra candies.
We had extra time, and I completely just spaced it.
I can't talk. I did mine today.
I did a lot of mine talking with Carlos after the last session.
Okay, so that I don't have an excuse that mine was I just dropped the ball, and I dropped it hard. It does feel good to have my
What
camera.
are you sitting at right now?
If I go into my full team, I have 4 at 57, Dwayne at 53, Clown at 56, Drinking and Speeding 52, Monopoly 51, Korean Barbecue and Epo at 56, and It's Always Sunny at 53. Which I think
Do you have anything that can handle water type?
If I remember correctly, my water type beater was going to be Jacket because of Grass Knot, and Drinking because it's also just a grass type.
Okay, so you probably want to level up Drinking before we do this.
Yeah.
Also, any ice types and or fairy types you might have.
Cloister and Jacket.
Jacket's going to be necessary.
It's cold outside. A jacket will be important.
A jacket is always
Well,
important.
I need petting zoo, so tickets. Buttons is necessary because
I guess
Scott's jacket.
I guess that's what we could do. Let's discuss the team for the Titan real quick, and we'll focus on getting those 6 to 57.
Let's see. Sounds
So
like
I'm going to
every
want
day.
JJ the Jet Plane and probably Cardigan, which works because buttons. Or no, wait, Cardigan
Yeah.
isn't buttons.
That's code.
actually funny enough. Wasn't Cardigan still buttons?
Was it?
Or-
Yeah, I guess it was.
I don't remember if it
Yeah,
was.
I can't think of another one that.
Yeah, it would be. So cardigan works. And then
so far,
I want JJ the jet plane, which is tickets.
yep. And tickets is my best for this. So
for me, for that, it's speeding.
yep. And speeding's a good all round for you. So
Speeding's just a really massive high amount of defense for me too. Oh, that defense. Oh.
A secondary good one for me is, strangely enough, Fish Stick, because that's a Dragon Dance Ice Fang.
Fish stick is meats, right?
no, fish sticks is crackers or snack foods.
Ritz for me.
Yeah.
Then.
Yes.
I'd be okay with Ritz.
Crackers is kind of my MVP, so because I can't forget how much he helped me get past that first Nimona fight.
Yeah, that's kind of always been your MVP. If Crackers ever goes down, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a funeral.
Yeah.
Oh, like the one that he had for everything else that went down?
Yeah. Yep. Which one was Strong Arm Man tied to again? That was
Circus.
yeah, Clown wouldn't be too bad because that's Poison Dragon.
Cannonball doesn't hurt me because Launcher is just a good mod.
And then probably for now, avoid our meat because charred beef and Korean barbecue are very bad for this one.
Yeah, I still need to get
And
Korean barbecue some
Pork
better
chop
moves.
isn't going to really help.
Avoid our meat.
Is there anyone else you guys think would be necessary or good to have here?
Nah, I'm good with pretty much anything after that. I said the two that I would love to have. Leg Day is an interesting alternate choice for the water side of things. He kind of breaks even.
That's right, because it's a water dragon, right?
Leg Day
one as a backup.
Well, you'll see, but yeah, sure, go with that.
Well,
I'm going to put our
water attacks
college
will be a
majors.
College major isn't terrible for me because that's liberal arts, water psychic.
It's not great, but it's not awful for me because that's Dondozo.
Okay, so we have.
I mean, you have to.
So we
Think
have.
of it this way, Ben. It's
I mean,
Dondozo.
you're not
And I'm
wrong.
bringing in Tatsugiri.
I mean, I suppose you're not wrong.
All right, so to get one last run over, we have things you do every day, things you wear, reasons to get a ticket, snack food, circus, and college majors. Correct?
Yes.
Ben, does that sound right to you?
You'll have to remind me before we go in.
Hello,
because I
hello.
immediately derped, but all of that sounds fine.
I didn't get Dondozo. Also, welcome, Nitrum. Yeah, so I guess to try to help tie it together, so I've got drinking the Lilligant, jacket the Lorgus, feeding the Cloister, Ritz the Pelipper, clown the Dragalodge, and liberal arts the Slowbro.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
All right, well then those are the things that I need to get up to 57 then.
Okay, so let me try and separate it out a little bit. So we've got tickets, circus. You said you needed drinking?
Drinking would be really good for me.
Like day. Business. Hot potato is bad, but that lets me bring in fish stick. So tickets, circus, daily, major, snack food, and buttons.
Yes.
Correct.
There's a very yellow team.
Does that work for you though?
Or a very blue team. Yeah, no, that works fine.
Okay, well you guys
I
want
really
to
only
take
have
on.
two major players.
That's
that
kind of what
really need.
That's what I'm mostly looking
And
at
funny
too.
enough, Oh, that's not a bad one, Scott.
Yeah, I was just going to mention it. I got a 4-star Ice-type Seviper.
Yeah, I can work with that.
Yeah, I'll post it up. I've got Korean barbecue selected already. Anyway, welcome, Vinny, welcome, Nitrum. Thanks for popping in. Remember to go check out Gen's. You know what? Here.
Yep. Hello, I am also here.
We also have a Gen. Here's the link to his stream. Because I'm just going to support him no matter what.
If you're gonna post a link to mine, even though most everyone in mine's gonna be coming from yours, I might as well post up yours.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with supporting each other.
Posted a penguin.
A penguin? Was that Nikki that posted the penguin?
It was Nikki, yes.
Yep, that is indeed Nikki's thing. Nikki loves penguins. When the penguin deck in Yu-Gi-Oh came out, that's what he really wanted to play.
Mood.
It was actually at the time a decent deck. Like it wasn't good, but it wasn't bad.
Well, to be fair,
I'm the type.
If it's not S tier, it's not good.
That's fair.
Yeah,
if you can't win on turn one.
Yu-Gi-Oh physical, at least. I made a spirit deck.
The spirits are just fun, though.
I'm a slut for Lightsworn.
Basic.
On like Master Duel and all those, I like the Nephthys, or I always forget how it's pronounced.
I can't remember how to pronounce it
I know
either.
what you're talking about, though. The ones that are like all Fire Phoenix-ish based.
Yeah, they're all based on the Phoenix. Because the Sacred Phoenix was one of the last cards that I legitimately used before making my spirit deck. And just kind of, I want to make this just to make it and use it once.
But no, yeah, Nikki, I remember you making a shit-all deck struggle against penguins. Which at the time I didn't think was even possible.
Just fine. If only I weren't paralyzed.
I can fix that.
I already fixed it. I threw out the heal cheer.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, he's raised my attack 3 times.
That's okay. He's dead. I didn't even need to heal chair.
It helped, though.
Oh, it always helps to throw out those cheers.
I love the texture on Survivor. They did such a good job.
They really did.
They've done a good
the
job.
Animations are trash, but
they've done a good job on a lot of stuff, but I do agree with you. They really need to work on their animations again.
it was poorly optimized. The animations are pretty decent. I would love to see like a return to Pokemon Stadium style animations where like every move was a full body thing.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I also get why they don't, but they always cut content and then claim it's so they could put their best foot forward on everything else, and then they don't put their best foot forward on everything else.
Yeah. Again, you can definitely tell that
to do that.
You can definitely tell there are still people at Game Freak who care, but there's not enough people.
Well, I've said it once, and I'll say it again. And I don't care who disagrees with me, because I have reason for why I say it. Game Freak has never been able to program. They have always struggled with the programming side of things, optimizing their game with what they have.
Hey, how dare you? Scarlet and Violet is just as optimized and just as space efficient as Red and Blue was. How dare you say that?
Oh, Red and Blue is space efficient. I would never say it was optimized.
I don't know. I think it was pretty optimized, man. Like that was like no, I can't even finish that line.
Peak processing power. Actually, to be fair, in its day, yeah, Red and Blue was a technological fucking marvel.
It was, but that's actually just one of the great things about technology. Like, you can look at any point in history and find something and be like, that was the peak. That was the best we could do.
And the fact that you could fit the entire thing on a 3.5 floppy is, nowadays, kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying these things to rag on
No.
Pokemon or to rag on Game Freak, because I do love the way these games are.
I do too.
I wouldn't be doing the Soul Link as a second playthrough of Scarlet if I didn't love these games. But I also know that Game Freak has always struggled. It's why Gold and Silver kind of almost flopped.
Well, we've
Because
also
as
discussed
much
on
as-
different reasons on why they struggled. Like, in the beginning, yeah, they were a small indie development company. But these days, they don't have that excuse anymore.
Yeah, they're the sole developer for the main series of a multi-billion-dollar franchise.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's no excuse for the games to be as badly okay, there is an excuse. Oh, 4-star rock-type Haxorus.
Rock Haxorus.
Yeah, we could probably do that.
I can arrange that. I could throw out Rock type Haxorus.
Oh, Fracture.
Sorry, Fracture.
So
I mean, even easier. I can throw out Halucha for that one. Side note: why does Slowpoke drop claws instead of tails? That's
I think
kind of a
because they
thing.
don't want to go back to Slowpoke Tails.
Well, the whole thing with Slowpoke tails in the lore is they do drop them. They are a delicacy. It's how they were being harvested that was the issue.
Yeah.
Like, they're canonically just a thing.
Anyway, you gonna join us there, Ben?
Oh, I didn't realize you'd put it up. I was mid Let's Go when
Oh.
you did. Give me a second to put the hurt on another Veluza that just swarmed me.
No, you're good, man. But no, like, these days, they can afford to hire on more people and make the games even better.
Well, it's one thing if they wanted to stay small. It's another thing when staying small is actively hurt them.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to outright say it. I follow a company that is as small, if not a tiny bit smaller in terms of team size as Game Freak. They put out much more consistently good, well-programmed games.
Now, that is true. I will give you that. You follow a much smaller group, but I think they also have a lot more passion for still doing this. And since they're constantly able to evolve and change their story, they're able to do a lot more with it. The problem with Pokemon is the one time they tried to change it, so many people got mad about them changing it that they pretty much just went back.
Yeah. Pokemon became too big too fast.
But I mean, it makes sense for it to become as big as it did, as quick as it did. It became so big because of, well, us as kids.
It started a genre. Hey!
We have a full Ranger
Yes.
team.
Full Ranger.
Oh, it's even yellow to fill in the gap. That's fucking great.
Guys, our 6th Ranger has appeared.
Yes.
Focus on die.
Focus and time.
I went for no retreat just to get myself a massive stat boost since I can't run anyway.
That's fair.
You have a good one, Nikki.
All right,
you have a
Nikki.
good time at... I'm assuming you're working tonight, so...
Ooh, that close combat.
That's why I also started off with no retreat, was to buff up the close combat.
I'm gonna do an Iron Head. How was that?
That was a lot.
I'm gonna do an internet.
You are at work. Okay.
Oh, fun.
Well, thanks for tuning in.
Probably doesn't matter that I'm terastallizing, but let's get that terastallized Iron Press in.
No, it might matter.
Let's fist him.
I think it actually will.
Because of that, I think you're going to get the finishing blow.
Yep. It just said it fainted.
I didn't even get to close combat again.
I got
Fisted
off
so
2
hard.
Iron Heads
Yeah.
and 2 Swords Dance, which is why I did so much.
Oh, you had double swords dance, didn't you?
Yep.
That is a lot of money, not a lot of candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was not really that great.
Not even a ton of money. 2 star pieces is still good.
Yeah, still stuff. But I mean, I don't need a lot of candies. Because I'm nearly at the entire team being 57.
Nice.
We will be there soon-ish. Excuse me. But no, like I was saying though, like the next 2 weeks are gonna be face camless. I already have the next 2 weeks of videos ready. I just need to get them finished. I need to finish editing them and get them out.
I need to start editing.
Again, if you want
to,
if you want to sit in on one of my editing things, I can have you sit in on one of my editing things.
I might. The thing is, I just haven't even tried yet because I've been busy.
And I can get that. It takes a drive to really want to get into them. You have to remind yourself, like, this is going to cost extra time.
Yep. But I've got technically 2 recordings done. One of them I did in like 3 parts, but still.
That's fine. My auction not included videos get done in parts because there's a lot of like in between filler time. Like if you ever see a massive jump in days in those videos, it's because nothing was going on because the duplicates were cleaning up, nothing was happening, and I just needed to jump forward. So I stopped the recording, waited, and then when something happened or I had to speak again, I would start up another recording.
I mean, that's kind of sort of how we're doing Raft right now. Or, yeah, Raft.
Well, with Raft, we did 3 giant 4-hour chunks that I've had to divide up. Right now, what I'm doing with Raft is anytime something happens, I turn it on so I can record it to make like a bloopers or comedy reel.
Fair.
Which reminds me, we need to play more Raft at some point.
We do. Yeah, admittedly, I approach streaming, approach recording much like I did streaming, which might hinder me.
It is a very different monster.
Yeah, because as I'm going through, I'm talking, describing what I'm doing, and try to explain reasonings behind it, which doesn't hurt.
But stuff like that's actually... Stuff like that is fine. You just have to really remember to keep in mind how much you're explaining as well. 4-star ice type Tropius.
Oh, that'll be easy.
Let's go.
Because there will be times in the video where I'm talking and saying all of this stuff, and then it'll just be like, does that really need to be there? Nah. And I'll go through and I'll just completely wipe out a section of me talking. Which, of course, then if there was a joke in there, I have to remember, oh yeah, I told a joke during that point. So now I can't really reference back to that joke now. Although if I tell a joke, I try to leave the jokes in.
You are a joke.
I'm always the joke. Anyway, Ben, you joining us?
Yeah, you said it was...
Ice-type Tropius. So I'm bringing in Korean barbecue. You know, there's just a lot of little things to remember when it comes to recording. Oxygen Not Included has definitely showed me a lot about how to deal with downtime, though, because there is a lot of downtime in Oxygen Not Included.
Yeah.
One thing that really helps with that game, though, is the further you go in, the more downtime you also have.
That's fair.
Mostly
That's kind of the problem with long-form RPGs, like the Legend of Heroes series, which I'm recording. There's a lot of dialogue, and you can't really skip a lot of it, because it tends to get referenced again.
Yeah.
Or it tends to have important details.
Yeah, for me, I've always looked at RPGs as being more of a stream thing overall, just because then you can have fun and chat with people as you're going through them. But I also haven't done an RPG as a video yet, so...
They work well in Let's Play form just because you can go over minute details that are easy to miss.
Yeah. You can also skip over the grinding.
Yep. And that's kind of where I am lucky. I won't even deny. Since I already streamed 4 chapters of the game, most of my grinding's already done.
I got hit by a lot of recoil with that.
Yeah.
But that is also just one of the good things. Like, when it comes to RPGs, you could, like, make fun of the grinding while skipping the grinding. It could be the whole thing of, I just spent 3 hours grinding, you come back and you're just like, guys, I just spent 3 hours grinding. Why?
Because I hate myself.
Oh, you're only just now realizing that?
No.
Throwing up a heal just because I need it.
I keep flinching.
Oof. Ah, Ben's terastalizing.
I'm probably not even going to get an actual attack.
There's so much happening on screen right now.
Oh wow, that was completely pointless.
Don't worry, I'll terastalize him with Flame Wheel.
It doesn't count my party for beat up.
Yep.
How does beat up work?
It does 1 hit for each person in your party. My party right now is 1 person.
Oh.
So that was pointless.
Yeah, so beat up's not really gonna do all that much then.
Oh, it did like the tiniest, weeviliest little amount of his health.
Okay, we broke his shield.
Yep. He dead.
Flame Wheel for victory.
Yeah, I even spent... Technically I hadn't streamed this yet, but I spent 2 straight hours grinding for an optional boss.
I think you've told me about that before.
Oh no, this is one I did recently.
Oh.
I decided, well, I'm already at this point. I'm just going to do the grind now, because this is going to be the worst one. There's an optional boss in like a pre-chapter 4 segment.
Oof.
Where you have one party member and then 3 companions who it doesn't matter if they die. Which is good because they constantly die.
Oh, by the way, my
and
team
at the end of it,
like, ready.
as is mine.
I'm almost there. I have one last mon to get up.
Yeah. At the end of that segment, you have 2 back-to-back fights. One which you are forced to win. You cannot lose that or you get game over and have to try again. And then another one that the game does not expect you to win.
Oh. But if you wish, but if you do, oh.
You can win.
But the
All
game
it does
doesn't
is
want
change
you.
up the dialogue. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. All it does is change like two lines of dialogue. Unlike any other fight in the game where winning is optional, winning doesn't do anything. Because, for example, there is one incredibly hard fight at the end of the first game. That
Really quickly, 4-star ice type. I want to say Wizcash?
that's Wishcash, yes.
Okay. Well, since it's ice. Anyway, you were saying?
So, at the end of the first game, there's one fight that losing it doesn't give you a game over. However, beating it is necessary for 100%.
That's right. You were trying to 100% it too.
Yep. And the first time through that game on Nightmare mode for me, I had to switch to easy to beat that.
Are you sure you don't want to do Arcanine? It is a Whiscash. He's probably going to have Muddy Water.
I can't back out of it, so Arcanine is now stuck.
It's fine. We got this.
It is also ice type, so...
Yeah, but it's going to have water moves.
Is Wizcash a physical or a special, though?
Physical?
I mean, I come in with
Kind of
intimidable.
both.
If this one
He's
mostly
not
has physical,
fantastic in either.
if this one mostly has physical, then I do come in with a debuff.
He does a little bit of both. His moveset is kind of scattered.
But yeah, the Trails games have a lot of that, where it wants you to win a fight for 100%, but it's got Oblivious. It didn't get a debuff.
Yeah, I saw that.
You did the same thing I did.
Winning is not required to beat the game, but it's required for 100%. And that hurts. But some of those fights are tough.
So I'm mostly just here for support right now. You guys go ahead and go crazy.
Fair enough.
No, yeah, I remember watching you do some of those fights and just...
Stop tickling me.
Some of those fights
It
just
also
look
doesn't
ridiculous.
help that it doesn't help that I went in on the max difficulty.
Yeah. But I mean, that was
So
also the point what you were trying to do, though. You were going for the max difficulty run.
Yep. Oh, there's a Muddy Water.
He also nullified all of our bonuses.
Yep.
I'll throw up another go all out for you guys. Honestly, I'm surprised that Arcanine has stayed alive as this long. I went to 24 HP.
I should have just spammed Flying Press from the start since he got rid of bonuses.
It still helped for a couple of hits.
Hey, you did a lot more than I did.
Ooh.
But I still got the final hit.
Good, because I just went down.
He tried to earth power me.
He earth powered me like 4 times.
He hit me with earth power twice. And then the third time he used it, I was flying Terra type.
Fair.
There's the candies.
Hopefully that's
Bunch of
enough.
mediums.
Hey, mediums are still good. Large would be preferable, but mediums are still good.
Indeed.
Ooh, with my camera up and running again, I can also resume Saturday streams.
Your Saturday stream.
Aw, thank you.
I think I am going to start the Titan.
I'm gonna go heal up first, but then yeah, I'm gonna
I mean, I could. My mon's at 56.
make sure you've got potions. This is gonna be a tough one.
I will swing by a Pokemon Center real quick. This is the closest one.
Make sure you
I'm
remember
straight
to
in.
grab revives.
Are you kidding me? I still have those 3 revives Nimona gave us at the beginning of the game. I probably should not be watching
I'm
Gen's
fighting
stream
a
right now.
Dondozo.
Wait, it's a Dondozo?
You'll see. You'll see. Don't spoil it too much for him, Los.
Yeah, here, I'm actually going to minimize your stream for now, Gen, just so there's less spoilers.
That's fair.
But no, Dondozo is not the Titan.
What are you talking about? Dondozo's totally the Titan. I'm going to pick up some max potions. I have the money for it. I might as well.
It's pointless. Grab hypers, they're cheaper.
Yeah, fair
Max
enough.
potions are almost never worth it.
I like having max potions, though.
They're not worth it. Hyper potion will usually heal you to full.
I've got a lot that have well over 120.
That's fair, but it's generally more cost efficient most of the time. Also, if you're down past that 150 mark, are you using a max potion or are you switching out?
Yeah, that's fair.
If you're down that low, it's time to find a proper heal.
That is fair, but I don't know. I just like having max potions. I like the way they look.
That's fair. It just burns through your money a lot more.
Yeah, but this game also gives you money like no other, like it's no one's business anymore. The amount of star
I've
pieces
spent a lot
and
of
nuggets.
mine
All right,
I
let's
have
kill the
spent
Titan.
a lot of mine prepping.
Oh god, you know, with the helmet on, it kind of just looks like you just stare at that happening, Carlos. You just watch it happen and just, the fuck? Seriously, dude?
Did I start with drinking out front?
Yeah, I'd say so. Oh, get wrecked.
That's right. After this, we get rock climb.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right, you better run.
So weird that fly is no longer like a move.
You can.
For traversal, I should say.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they slowly switched away from it bit by bit, just for the sake of, like, making it so that people didn't soft lock themselves.
Yeah. But I mean, how would you soft lock yourself while using fly?
It became significantly easier once you were able to switch out your Pokemon at will.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Well-
then you could release something from a box that had surf or fly or whatever you needed to get into the area, and now you're stuck.
Yep.
Well, I'm here, but the Titan...
He is.
So
Go to the cliff.
Look at what they're saying.
Look for the big one.
Sutan.
It's
You'll be able to tell as you look at
It's-
what they're saying.
near the tip of the island.
Oh, it's up this way, isn't it?
Nope. Other way.
Hey, I never claimed to be smart.
We never claimed that you were
You,
smart either.
you almost had it. You almost had it, Scott.
It's
By your
literally at one of the tips.
Over this way?
By your rock raid.
By the rock raid?
Yes. As soon as you see it,
You'll realize that
You'll-
you're an idiot. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. By the bush.
Titan.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, cow.
oh my god, no, I know what the... It's the thing, the Titan's inside of it, isn't it?
they're both technically titans.
I'm gonna hit him with that leech seed. Feels like a good move.
It is.
Okay, yeah, that wasn't a lot of damage. And that leech seed is gonna keep me topped off. But they together
So
are
fucking
one
adorable.
Titan.
Yes.
Debatable.
Woof. That was a lot of damage.
The Tatsugiri is the Titan proper, and the really big Dondozo just happens to be a really big Dondozo.
Yeah, but I like Dondozo. I like Dondozo. Ah, he went under. He swims away. You cannot run from me, Dondozo. But for now, heal up. Okay,
Ooh.
so now what's a good thing to start with?
Discharge might not have been the wisest decision. You'll fight Dondozo again.
How many times do you have to fight this thing?
It's the
enough.
same as any other titan. You fight it
Except
once,
for one
but
more phase.
don't- Yeah. You fight the Dondozo again, and then you fight the Tatsugiri.
I see. Hello, Dondozo.
I'm killing Greedent.
Wait, why are you fighting a Greedent?
He just happened to be next to me while I was exploding with electricity.
I see. Scrub, did you find the Titan? No. No, I did not. No, it's not a dragon. It's just a big
Bro, yeah.
fish.
With a dragon inside of it.
Wait, is
We
the
did it.
Tatsugiri
No,
actually a
Arvin.
dragon?
I did it, Arvin. In fact, I killed your guy too.
Wait, so is Tatsugiri actually a dragon type?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I want to leash CG again. This isn't a food chain thing, man. He's just hiding in there.
I mean, it's kind of a food chain thing.
Ah, good job drinking. You avoided the attack. Why does that Greedent still know Tail Whip?
It actually
it's
works out in
actually-
my favor this time.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say as well.
Helps
It
with the
helps
icicle
that
crash.
he does.
I mean,
Hey, you're doing the same thing I did and saying fuck you to the Greedent.
wait, I'm doing what now?
Oh, it looked like you used Petal Blizzard and just smacked him.
Oh, I did use Petal Blizzard. I didn't know it actually attacked my allies, too.
Yup.
Oh. Fuck you, Greedent. It is kind of my biggest hitting move,
Ooh.
so...
Okay.
I need to heal.
Did someone almost have an oops?
Oh, Tatsugiri just did enough damage to Petting Zoo that I needed to switch out.
I see.
I was never in any danger, but I wasn't comfortable.
And now I have to fight
Greedon
Tatsugiri.
just took himself down. And Icicle Crash for the win.
It's not over yet, Arvin.
It's not over until the Fat Sushi sings.
Because this is the real Titan. Should I Leech Seed this thing before switching over to my Fairy type?
Ooh, that was close.
It might be a decent idea.
Let's do it.
It also just gives a good
Buffer.
damage over time.
Yeah. It used Taunt.
Yeah, but you were faster, so it didn't matter.
Yeah. Which is now perfect, because now I can switch over to my Fairy type, and everything will work out.
Yep, because it's...
Because it's a dragon.
And it does have a dragon move.
I'm going to go
'Cause it
put on
does
my
have-
jacket,
Yeah, it does have Dragon Pulse.
which is also what it's using right now.
Oh yeah, he was spamming Dragon Pulse against me.
I don't know if he will against
he
me.
used it once against me, and then Muddy Water.
I get the feeling I'm going to be seeing a lot of Muddy Water.
That's a good move.
Yep, there's Muddy Water. Yeah, it only did like 36 to me.
You're also using a special defense tank.
Yeah, that was one reason why I wanted this, because now I have a heavy defense tank and a heavy special defense tank.
The last Herba Mystica. HM.
Yeah, I caught that after like the third one. Hey, at least they still have HMs in this game.
Yeah, it kind of. It's a nice little homage.
Yeah.
It's a nice little just like, oh, if you're paying really close attention, look, you can surf now because you got the HM.
Yeah, I got the Herba Mythica. What else could it mean? I'll see myself out. Oh wait, that's right. I have my green
No, you
screen.
won't. You can't see yourself out. Your eyes are in your head. You can't watch yourself go.
Also, my green screen
From
is
your
pulled.
point of view, you're always coming.
My green screen is also very pulled up very close. I don't actually have a lot of movement room. Do you have any idea? I am now touching my green screen.
Yes.
Like that's not really a lot of room.
Touch you.
It's really not.
I'll touch me.
Now the most important part.
That's me. While they run in, I need to check Discord real quick.
Most important plot line. Complete.
Yep.
And now we fight him again and cripple his damn dog.
I don't want to fight his dog.
Beat his dog up.
No, I don't want to beat his dog up. He is the
Now that
goodest
he's
of
all
boys.
healed, beat his face in.
No, he is the goodest of
Dang.
boys.
Don't freeze.
Oh, that's right. I guess I
Crowbar
can.
to it.
I can
There we
pull
go.
up Gen's stream again now. Get that pulled back up, so I'm supporting my buddy.
I think it skipped the actual cutscene.
Yeah, mine too. I'm like stuck on a black screen.
Yeah.
There it is. There it goes.
Mine was on a black screen, and then immediately went to Mobostiff standing up.
Yup.
Huh. Strange.
So, Scott, you might have to watch that separately. They actually have a full cutscene.
Chock-a-block full of cheer, final herb, super sandwich. Guys, we haven't made a sandwich yet.
Oh my god, what morons we are.
Well, now's actually the best time to.
What makes
So
now the
spicy.
best time to?
Because now we have a real grind.
Oh, that is fair. We have the massive grind now.
Not that bad.
He has arrived for my
'Cause we're only going
sandwich.
to level 60, right?
I
Right.
believe.
So it's not going to be awful, but it's still not going to be fun.
Well, let's figure out our team.
Yep. Because
Yeah.
that's the important part.
Because we are only going in with 6 Pokemon, so. Oh, that's the other thing. To let everybody know, even though we're able to swap out Pokemon as much as we want, we have decided we are only going to challenge the Elite Four with 6 Pokemon.
So,
Yep.
we should decide which 6.
Oh, let me get through this cutscene first.
Ooh, actually, it occurs to me. Guys,
Huh.
we have another area now.
Ooh.
We can climb.
Does that open another area?
Technically speaking, the Great Crater of Paldea is another area.
So we can get one more.
Oh wait, there's
Wait,
only
but-
2 Pokemon up there. Never mind.
Oh.
can't-
And one
We
of
can't
them
go into the
technically
crater, can we?
we cannot. The edges of it have Magnezone and Garchomp.
Hmm.
Well, technically,
But-
I could get the Garchomp. But no, my Mon never evolved.
However, it still becomes a problem because we can't get 3 separate Pokemon.
Fair.
That was going to be the problem with the cave, remember?
Yeah.
Was with only 2 Pokemon there at the very beginning, we couldn't just catch something and call it good.
We had to wait. Ooh, actually, I'm getting the cutscene.
Oh, hey, cool.
Oh. I mean, that's awesome because you're the only one here that hasn't seen it.
Best boy is trying.
He's more than trying.
Wag, wag. Best boy doing him a wag.
Best boy is doing him a wag.
Pat. We did good, big lizard. We did good.
We did very good. I'm not crying, you're crying.
No, just you.
Shut up.
Because you're a bitch.
I'm pretty sure you cried too.
It did hit me a little bit the first time, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I could still feel it in my heart, though. Oh, okay.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
just
good.
the second he goes from being a colossal dickhead to most relatable character.
Oh, no, yeah, like that right there. Like,
As soon as you find out he's
Yeah.
just doing this to help his poor dog.
Yeah, like suddenly, you know what? I don't care how much of a dick you are. You have the appropriate motivation. You're good.
no, yeah, right there. Like, the moment it was all about dog, he could have said anything and he still would have been best character.
How
Like-
have they not used that for a villain team yet?
I don't know. Why haven't they?
That honestly, that would have been a good way to. That would have been a better way to handle Lysander.
Yeah. Though, again, I've said this to both of you before. Lysander, to me, is the only truly good part of Gen 6. I don't like how X and Y approach the story.
The story was...
I don't like the team. Team Flare was just awful.
Oh,
If Team Flare had been more closely aligned with Lysander, I think that would have fixed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Lysander himself was amazing.
Lysander was great. Like, either what they needed to do was either closely align Team Flare more to Lysander, or have a different boss for Team Flare to have, and Lysander being just kind of like surprise villain. We just needed
possibly a Thunder.
Yeah.
How did
Rather
Diantha?
than-
She was like super suspicious at the beginning.
She was.
But they don't do anything with her.
Yeah,
Literally, they don't do anything with her.
So that's been my problem with the champions for a couple times now. Like, with kind of sort of the exception being Sword and Shield, the champions just kind of, hi, we're here. Okay, and you gonna do anything with that?
No, why do something with it?
Like,
By the way, I do have a 4-star.
Stephen and Wallace took part in the story.
Throw it up real
Lance
quick.
took part in the story and also like had a bunch of name dropping all over the place.
It's a ground type Lorantis.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Well, see, that's just one of the things, though. Like, for a while, the generations kept having the gym leader just be more and more important, interacting with you more. It would be a good thing to use against a ground type.
Bringing a card.
Actually, right there, you're good.
Oh, that's
Drinking
right.
is probably drinking or liberal arts.
I'll use
But I
drinking.
think drinking's going to be better.
Yeah, it was like all the way up through like Gen 5. Actually, I would say Gen 5 was pretty wasted on its champion.
So
Cynthia
I would
didn't really
say-
do a whole lot, did she?
Cynthia actually
did pop up.
No, yeah, Cynthia showed up often enough.
Cynthia was one of the bigger
Yeah, I think
driving
I'm part
factors
with
for you to
you.
being able to get to a lot of different
Yeah.
areas.
Yeah, she showed up often enough.
And if I remember correctly,
And-
from what I've been told, like base Gen 5, you see the champion like once before you fight him.
So you see Alder a few times, but you don't actually fight him at the end of the game.
The only reason
Because-
Iris is good is because, you know, she has a carryover from the previous game.
She was a former gym leader.
And that's a big deal.
However,
But that's nothing new.
they've done that before.
Yeah, Koga.
No, Wallace.
Yeah, Wallace too, but I mean, also
The
just
eighth
gym leader to E4.
becoming gym leader to champion still.
Yeah, so it's been done multiple times.
But Black and White thrived on its story.
See, that's what everyone keeps telling me, but again, I've never actually played Black and White.
They're worth it. But here's the thing. With base games, the first games, you do not fight the champion until the second run through of the Elite Four.
Yeah, but at that point, the story's over, so...
Yep. But the first time, they have the twist ending of, yeah, no, you get there and N just beat the E4 and the champion. Team Plasma beat them.
Yeah, but that kind of strikes me as Gary motherfucking Oak Part 2. Because it's your rival.
Well, one of your, like,
And
7
kind of
rivals.
But Ed
But it goes
kind
a
of
little
fits the rival a
further.
little bit deeper. Oh, no,
It goes a little further than that, though, because when they do that, it's not just, yeah, N beat you here, cool, now you fight him. No, it is, N beat you here. He beat the champion. Oh yeah, and then they erupt a castle from the ground and take over everything, and you have to fight your way through that.
Fair.
And then you get climactic battle with N at the end of that, only to see, oh wait, that's not the end, because Gestus is here. And his team cheats.
How does his team cheat?
He's well diversified, and honestly, well above anything you faced to that point.
Ah.
Because
he's also
of the
dropping
way
a heavy legend on you.
I think he drops like 3.
At the very least, Hydreigon.
Yep, Hydreigon's his big one.
Yeah, but
Actually good.
at that point, though,
Good.
like demi-legends and semi-legendaries are pretty common. Like, at that point, you should be fighting
Well,
high-power stuff.
You're forced to have the legendary, but you also have to fight N before. But yeah, he has Cophagurgus, Buffalant, Seismitoad, Bisharp, Electros, Hydreigon.
Not a bad team.
And the highest of them is 4 levels above, outside of the legendary, which is a whole different beast. 4 levels above anything that N has. And all of his Pokemon are the same level as the legendary that N has.
I see. I also
And
think
he
this is
starts
my
with the
third
Cophagurgus
illness.
with Protect and Toxic.
Oof. Yeah, that could be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, turns off your ability whenever you make contact with it, and it will Toxic and Protect.
Oh, so he's scummy.
Yes.
Yeah, you see, that just doesn't sound fun at all. Why do people like this generation again?
Again, story.
I mean, I guess
Okay.
that's fair.
So, sorry for going off on tangents.
Nah, you're good, man.
Let's figure out our teams.
What 6 Mons are we taking in?
So, the types we have to face are ground, and ground that has an answer to grass and an answer to water. I want to point that out right now. Steel, which does technically have 3 answers to fighting and 1 to ground. Flying, none of them are amazing, but none of them are bad. I
It's
guess
Larry.
I'll
He's
target.
gonna kick our ass.
Yes. Dragon. And then the champion whose team is kind
Oh.
of meh.
Kind
Garbage.
of all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we're diversified for the other 4, champion's not going to be an issue.
Okay, well, let's take a look at what we have. So we have things you do every day, which for me is a grass type.
I
For
want
me,
to
that's also a grass
bring,
type.
just like right off the bat, I want to bring JJ. He's going to be my ace against Larry.
Which one is JJ again?
Tickets. He's also
Actually,
probably one of my better
funny
ones.
enough,
That works
he's
for
gonna
me
be
too.
all of our answers for Larry. Because, Ben, you and me have an electric type on that one. And Scott has an ice type on that one.
Fair enough.
So tickets are a good thing.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind bringing in
Once-
like our I can't remember what EPO is.
Sports.
Is that
Sports people.
people? Nacho. Let's see. We've
That
got
would be good against
Steel
the
in the
Steel.
E4, right? Yeah.
Though, she does have a Steel Psychic, Steel Flying, and a Steel Fairy. So
Oof.
that's not going to be a total answer, but it's going to help.
I'm fine bringing him in just because, while he might not be an answer for necessarily just steel, I mean, it's a halucha with swords, dance, and acrobatics. It'll pull its weight.
It's a powerhouse.
On that note, I absolutely need meat. Charred beef is my answer to, well, steel.
I mean, Arcanine will also work really well for me with steel.
Pork Chop doesn't really help me with steel, but he's a good all-rounder, Power Gem, Shadow Ball, Flash Cannon, Psychic.
Yeah.
I think we discussed earlier, and we said that celebrities might be a decent move.
It's not great for me.
Same
Gary
for me,
Busey is just
but
kind of there.
if we can't find anyone else that's amazing, he's amazing for Scott.
I'll put him down the bottom right then for amazing for
Yeah.
one person. How are we feeling about college degrees?
That is one of my many, many water types.
Same.
It is one of my
It's a water type
types.
for all of ours, because that's the lake.
It's there. It's Dondozo. He's fine.
Oh, that's right. You guys have that combination there. All right, we'll put that down at the bottom as well. Circus. Is circus good for everybody?
Circus is pretty solid for me.
Same.
I mean, it is a poison dragon type for me.
He's also just a good special defense tank for you that wouldn't be weak against steel type.
He's also just a really good
Mega
special
Launcher
attacker.
Quad, sir. Aura Sphere with Mega Launcher is gonna be my answer to steel.
Fair. How do we feel about buttons?
Meh.
No strong opinion on my side.
All right, I'm gonna move that down towards the bottom then.
Yeah, I feel like Florges isn't going to be the best for you, just because. Well, no,
Not
there's
here.
the dragon type.
Yeah, but for the dragon type, I also have clown, which is also dragon, and with dragon being weak to dragon,
And you also have speeding.
and,
Actually, no, you have speeding. Speeding is going to handle all but Baxcalibur, who really can't do enough.
I'm really not too worried on dragon typing. What I'm doing is I'm just going over each one to see how we feel about each one.
If I may make a request, how do we feel about games?
I mean, Dugtrio's not bad. He is a pure ground type for me.
Mine's a normal type. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to help.
That would put two
If
pure grounds
That
on
would
my
help
team.
you guys.
That's beat up Houndoom, which with King's Rock is super clutch for me. And otherwise, Firefang.
There.
And Thunderfang. He's just kind of unilaterally a really good call for me.
So then what we have left now are snack foods, things you do every day, New York, and sitcoms.
I have no really strong opinions. My favorite of them... my favorites are going to be snack foods in New York.
I think my favorite amongst them is also New York, but that's just because Dakota helped with that.
You right.
New York's going to be my best out of those ones, just because Barbershop is really good.
It sounds like we're going New York then. I do have to be careful though, because I probably don't want to use No Retreat.
You really don't.
All right. So
No Retreat keeps you from swapping out, right?
yes, it keeps you from swapping and running.
It would be good to use once you've committed.
Well, luckily he does have a lot of ways to commit. Like if they're like very heavy physical, I also have Iron Defense, and he does have 134 defense. So I could
They're
iron
all
defense
pretty
for a
good on
while.
splitting.
Okay, so let's go through E4 in order. So in order, it starts with steel, right?
It starts with
No.
ground.
Yeah, it starts with ground. We've all got a couple of ground answers.
My ground answers.
Funny enough, my electric type is my ground answer.
Ground is weak to water, right?
I can
It is.
make it work with sports. It's also weak to ice,
So-
which helps you out a little bit more here.
Yeah, so I've got speeding for ground.
I've got cannonball.
I've got strong arm man for most of it, except for one.
What's the one?
Clodsire.
Ah.
It's a water absorb.
Do we
Hmm.
have a decent psychic type on your team?
Yes.
Okay. That actually
It's
tells
weak
me
to
that
ground.
Porkchop is going to help here too.
His psychic type is weak to ground, though.
Fuck.
Also, do remember, that's her Terra. Poison type doesn't matter.
Gotcha. You're right. You're right.
However,
I mean,
I feel
Porkchop's
like I
still
can
good.
still make it work.
A water absorb really does throw a wrench in things. Fish stick and cardigan would help a little bit there. As would leg day.
The problem is, I don't think taking in our grass type trio, because our grass types are all every day.
Oh, we got them all in the forest.
Yeah.
But that's the only place that grass type is going to help.
But I mean, well, also, if we can get through the Elite Four, and if grass type only helps with the first one, that does give us a safe switch if we need it in a later fight.
You're not wrong. Question is, what
Yeah.
would we be willing to swap out? I've got 3 in this squad that I'm kind of married to.
Same.
Mm.
And I think only one of ours that, well, no, I think 2 of ours that we're really set on are in the same spot.
Oh, I should get mine all lined up with yours there, Ben, or again.
Yeah, I'll organize mine the same as you guys are
I
organizing them.
want to say that's the same organization.
It's not. Not quite. Clown and Epo need. Yeah, Clown needs to be in 4th, and then switch. Yeah, switch Epo with Clown, and then Epo with Speeding.
There we go.
Okay.
The
I'm
only
not-
the only one I'm not absolutely married to is the board games. But I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Games is pretty huge for me.
So-
The beat up King's Rock is. It might not be fantastic against anyone necessarily, but it is a clutch move for me. It's a panic move for me.
Okay, so then we'll keep that one on. I don't know.
I absolutely want to keep Circus.
Okay.
Above all else, I want to keep Circus just because Palafin is a good everything.
Oh, Palafin is a sweeper. I'm also cool with Circus. Cannonball is just he's a good all-rounder.
Clown is a really good special defense tank for me, and having that point, especially having Toxic, could be very good.
Yeah, Toxic and
It
Water
really
Pulse
can.
helps with about half of the first one.
Well, for the first one, I also have Cloyster, water ice type.
But that gives you 2 for the first one, which is
Huge.
Ideal.
Yeah.
You want to have everybody able to swap in multiple places.
Yeah. I don't know who to take out.
I don't think we can take anyone.
We're fairly married to meats because
They are
Korean barbecue for steel.
And I
charred
need
beef
charred
is going to be
beef
good for steel as well.
Mm-hmm. For me, it's pork chop. He's a little less vital, but he is again another decent all-rounder, and he'll help with Larry.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind trying to find a different move for him, though, because Flame Wheel is nice, but it's not quite pulling the damage.
Yeah, just swap it for, like, Flamethrower.
It might actually be the better choice.
With that much of a difference, Flame Wheel might just be worth keeping anyway. Because your attack is so much higher than your special attack.
There's also Fire
Flame
Fang.
Wheel... Oh, that's right. Flame Wheel is... Oh, yeah, go for Fire Fang, dude.
Yeah, the flinch chance is worth it.
Flinch and burn chance, like...
Because, yeah, it'll be going from
And
60
you know
to
what?
90.
Swap out Crunch for Play Rough.
Or swap out maybe Flare Blitz for Play Rough. That's the another.
Yeah.
You never know when Crunch is going to come in handy. If we get like a rogue psychic type or something, that's going to be useful on.
Yeah, like, it was nice having the huge power, but that recoil just...
Yeah, in the E4, we don't want that recoil.
I feel like Fire Fang's going to be my big carry move on him, though.
Let's see. I need to look at my guys too, see if there's anything else I can swap out.
No, I think we're stuck with these 6 right now, guys.
Oh, I just removed. But yeah.
We need moves, items, and we agreed level 60.
Yes.
We're gonna be at this for a bit then. Doug Trio, you're the first behind right now, so you're the one that's getting the candies right now.
I wish I had something better than
Did you?
Smog or...
Oh, it's the one-hit ground type move. Nah.
Yeah, it's not going to be worth it.
There we go. Doug Trio's mostly caught up with everyone else now. Well, time to go do some more raid hunting and trying to think about like moves and whatnot. Because guys, we're close. Not a whole lot. Nothing's died on us yet. Also, welcome, Hunter.
Indeed, welcome.
We are prepping for the E4.
Splash on Clawitzer yet.
That's kind of what I've heard, that the D&D movie is just kind of okay. You really have to like be a fan of D&D to really like the D&D movie.
You know, I honestly had Serena and I saw it the other day. I honestly had a ton of fun with it. It was just a good, fun movie. It wasn't anything groundbreaking, but it was fun.
Really, sometimes that's all you need from a movie. Sometimes you just need a movie to be fun.
The first half felt a little rushed. I don't care that the tiefling wasn't a weird color. She still had the horns. But yeah, the first half felt a little rushed. The second half was great. It felt like a D&D session. It felt like a campaign.
I mean, what more could you want? Sometimes you just want it to be a campaign.
Yeah. Yeah, just enough serious, just enough stupid.
I mean, if the only thing that made you mad was that the tiefling wasn't an abnormal color, then honestly, it was probably still a good movie. Because them getting one thing wrong could just come down to either budgeting cuts, or maybe the lady just didn't want to put on all the body makeup.
Yeah, and honestly, they were focused more on wild shape with her anyways. They did do this thing where they kind of cut magic from all the classes except for the sorcerer, but they did it so that it wouldn't feel like it was just everywhere. It was an intentional choice. They kept the core class features so that you could really showcase the magic on the sorcerer.
And that makes sense. Like, one of the big things about magic users is, well, their magic.
Mm-hmm.
And besides, I played a tiefling with regular skin color before. Sometimes
in 5e, it doesn't have to be as blatant.
Yeah. 4-star ghost type little imp thing.
I can find it for Grafii.
Yeah, Grafii is going to be a decent one.
It is ghost
type's
type.
going to be fairly easy for us.
So, dumb question before I do something kind of janky. We're not swapping people. What's your opinion on swapping moves between fights?
That I'm going to say yes, we can.
Cool. That gives me the option to throw Dragon Pulse on Clawitzer before that fight and then swap it off again.
What's a good...
Because think of it like a TM.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, everything in our move pool can count as a TM for this.
Okay.
In a weird way, yeah. Anyway, you getting in here, Ben?
Oh, yeah, give me just a second. I was just going over.
Also, ghost type weakness is escaping my mind right now.
Dark.
Yeah.
I mean, oddly enough, Korean barbecue with crunch.
Yep.
Give me just a second. I need to swap the lucky egg for the King's Rock on Houndu.
I just got my 6 leveled up, by the way.
So it's just me and Ben now?
Yep.
Luckily, it's not too many levels. I am...
And I'm going to...
I only need a couple of levels on my guys.
Raid. Yeah, I'm going to focus on raids. Try to find some that we can do. And then... really hope that I can boost them up with bottle caps and vitamins.
Now, you see, Hunter, you could have that kind of Pathfinder movie, or we can just get a Trigun movie.
Well, they're already doing the Trigun redo.
Actually, they've already gotten pretty deep into it, and I hate that I like it.
I heard middling things about it today. Actually, funny little sidebar. Carlos, me hearing funny things about Trigun today was how I found out that one of my coworkers is a massive fan of the Tales series. Figured you'd like to hear that.
The Tales series or Trails? Either one.
Trails. Sorry.
Nice. I mean, either one of those is still amazing. So.
Guys, the Rangers have reformed.
We got our squad back. Sweet. Our 4th Ranger showed back up again.
Oh, the trope is still always 6th Ranger. Even if the team only has 3 Rangers.
Only have 3.
Yeah, but even if it's 3 and they only get 1 more, the trope is still a 6th Ranger.
Yeah, you're right.
But no, like, I hate that I like the new Trigun. I really do.
I've heard they did interesting things with knives, and they kind of took away the cross thing that the priest had.
They took away his cross. They got rid of Millie, which still just feels wrong.
Which one was she?
She was the big one with the gun that
the
shot
dopey one.
Yeah.
I was just about to do that same thing, so... Oop. Wait. Hey. Thank you, Dragonair. I'm going to just do Hex.
Hey, that's good.
Going to hurt more right now.
Yeah?
No, I've definitely done that a time or two before there.
Fucking poison touch.
Oh, Korean barbecue just became confused.
Oh, he tried to toxic me.
I'm already poisoned.
Yep.
I will continue fighting with you, but I will be right back. I desire sweets.
Fair enough.
You're good. But no, like, I have a couple of problems with the new Trigun. I really do. But it's one of those things where I still enjoyed what I watched. I just would prefer to watch the original because there's just so much more in it. Hey, he's down.
There we go. I got the last hit.
Hey, it looked like I got the last hit on my screen.
On my screen, you hit, and then it actually allowed mine to go through. So I think he had like 1 health remaining after you hit him.
On mine, it was the other way around. It could just be like delay and whatnot.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter who got the last hit.
You're right. Except that it was mine.
Sure, let's go with that.
It's not like that bear from Raft. You don't remember the bear, do you?
Oh, I do.
Huh. Because I totally got the last hit.
That I believe that I still got the head.
You did get the head.
I got the last pick.
You got the last pick. But honestly, it was so, like, my screen ended up getting so close to it, I really couldn't tell who got the last hit on it.
Oh, I was just mashing A, so I don't know.
Oh no, we were talking about the bear and Raft, Mama Bear.
Oh.
And how it kind of became a point on who got the last hit on Mama Bear for a while. But Gen got the cool head.
Yep.
I was trying to snag it before he could. Whee! The glide is nice.
There's one. 4-star Dragon Dachshund.
After that one, I've got a 4-star Poison Scyther. Go ahead and throw it up.
Yep, I was changing my Pokemon.
Fair enough.
60.
And even then, I'm not 100% sure.
The Dragon type.
Actually, I'm going to do Crackers.
Gonna go with
And I'll just
Crackers.
do Fake Gears. Yep.
Okay, I am ready to go.
So all that's left is leveling me.
Yep.
And honestly,
I have 2 guys at high 59, which honestly I could let's go and get them topped off.
Yeah, and having extra candies as we help Scott get to level is still worth it.
Oh, sure.
Well, yeah, because if we fail, you guys will be able to level up your other 6 Pokemon much easier.
Yeah. I've actually still got a good handful of medium candies.
Yeah, I
if
don't.
nothing else.
I really should have taken the last 2 weeks and just done stuff.
I just burned through my last medium candies to get everybody up.
Let's be fair. I was fully leveled up by the time we started grinding earlier. So any candies that I've gotten
Have just been
while
used to
helping you
boost.
guys, yeah, have been used in this batch.
Yeah, go fish stick.
Dachshund looks really good
Boom.
with the dragon.
It's actually just
It
something
really
I've noticed.
does.
Some of the Pokemon just look really good with certain ones.
He's got kind of a centaur thing going on.
Kind of.
Wow, we wrecked his shit.
Yeah, most of that was the fake tears that I did after it after it changed itself back up, and then a Moonblast from Scott.
Because Moonblast is just strong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, I guess that's one other thing I will give Gen 6. The introduction of Fairy type was amazing.
It was a fantastic balance change.
It was something that was absolutely.
Also,
as much as Fairy has become a little much, it's still not overly powerful.
It could definitely be a lot worse.
I think the other big thing that Gen 6 did was it introduced the idea of playing around the in-game / post-game / limited form changes. Because sure, we're still messing around with like, where is the sweet spot between Terrastalize and Mega and Gigantamax, but having those there, starting to play around with it, full credit goes to Gen 6. Everything after that has just been, how do we do this the best way we can?
Yeah.
I will agree with that.
I still think Mega was the best, though.
Mega had its problems. I am a sucker for it. I loved the designs on basically every single one, but it had its problems.
I'm actually going to be the one to say, as much as people will disagree with me on this, I think Gigantamax did it right. Or Dynamax did it right.
The thing that I give Dynamax is that they did limit the number of turns that you were allowed to transform.
Dynamax was trying very hard to hit the sweet spot between Z moves and Megas, and they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, and it still feels big. Because, A, all Dynamax moves hit through Protect. Cool. B, all Dynamax moves have a special effect to them. Cool. And C, Dynamaxing gives your Pokemon a boost, which can change how people go about dealing with it.
True.
I agree. Dynamax was good. I kind of like the Terrastalize best so far. Of all of them, it's the most dynamic.
Terrastalize. The reason I like Terrastalize is because it's just a surprise gimmick. You don't know what people are going to change into.
Well, and the ability to throw stab out, or have different weaknesses coming in, or just switch things up and pull a hard counter to a common move, is such a drastic thing. It's going to keep the game dynamic because people are going to counter the counters, they're going to counter the counters to the counter, and the game is going to slowly make circles around certain strategies.
Yeah.
You end up with some things that feel off. Just because, on one hand, let's take Dondozo, because when the game started, Dondozo Tatsugiri was the strategy.
That's a good one.
It is, but there are ways around it. And a lot of Dondozos ended up changing their Terra type to reflect one of the big counters. You want to know what Dondozo's most common Terra type is? Steel.
And that makes a decent amount of sense. It counters dragon moves.
It's not for dragon moves.
Kind of counters electric.
It's to negate Clear Smog.
I see.
Sneaky.
That is the sole reason behind it.
And again, that is such a bizarre choice. But now, how do you counter that? Well, you bring in things that are good against steel. Good against steel.
Yeah. You go with. Let's see.
It made you have to flip things up and change.
Yeah, it means the game will always be in motion because you're not just limited to the Pokemon, the moves, and the abilities anymore. Now you have this piece that you can change. You can alter it.
Yep.
Which really is why was what makes Terrasilize at least up there for me. I just really enjoyed Mega Evolutions. I know it really did stagnate the game and make it, it made it so specific teams were just always in motion then. And unfortunately, nothing really ever changed when they were there.
Well, one of the problems I had with Megas is it was very predictable. This is one of the reasons, starting with Z moves, I really liked that. Megas were predictable. If you saw Kangaskhan on somebody's team in, like, an actual match,
it was the Mega.
That was going to be their Mega. Which means that you were braced for it, you were going to hard counter it the second you saw it come out. You could kind of play with that expectation, but certain things, there was no point on having them on your team if they weren't Mega, so it was obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a couple exceptions.
Starting with Z moves, though, absolutely chaotic. Put it on anybody.
Yep.
Yeah, I just had to have the move that matched the Z Crystal. The move type, I should say.
And
there
even
was still
then,
some limitation
it didn't
with it.
necessarily have to be an attack.
Really?
It could be a
did.
status move. I
Yeah,
know
Z
one of my
status moves
favorites-
are crazy.
One of my favorites was Alolan Persian with Z Parting Shot.
Gross.
Because the big thing with it, Z Parting Shot fully healed the Pokemon that came in.
I did not know that.
Yep. And Alolan Persian had Fur Coat. So, yes, it was really weak to fighting types, but you could build it defensively so that most fighting types wouldn't get a one-shot on it. I'm not going to say, oh, it was the best thing ever. Obviously not.
Well,
Well,
it was
fine.
good.
Yeah. It was viable. Or,
I still stand by. No, go for it.
I was just going to say, Splash actually had a use.
Oh my god, yes, Z Splash.
4-star water, it's that flamingo thing.
Sparta.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
While drinking, you're going back in. Now, my problem with Megas, and this is also something that I do think that Dynamax fixed, they needed to make more Megas. Like, more things needed Mega Evolutions.
Yes. If they had just kept putting out 15, 20 megas a game, that's fine. That's doable. That's workable.
But they only had 2 games. I'm going to count each set of versions as their own game in this case. They only had 2 games that introduced Megas.
Yeah.
Well, no, because didn't
X and
Gen,
Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
didn't Gen 7 introduce a new group of Megas as well?
Nope.
No.
Megas were available. They did not introduce it.
Fair. I could have sworn that it actually brought in
It
a
just
new
occurred
group.
to me I shouldn't have done
Trent of what?
it. Shouldn't have boosted.
Why not? Oh, it's gonna remove.
Opportunist.
It's gonna remove all of our buffs here soon.
No.
That's faster copies boost.
Oh. So my game is
Oh,
just
well,
zoomed
it gained
in.
I noticed that.
There we go. It
Yeah,
fixed
it's not
itself.
hurting anything.
It wasn't hurting anything. It was just weird. Yeah, you know, hit him with that Mega Drain.
More destroy.
Glad I went for
Yeah,
that Mega
At the
Drain.
very least, the one that I did didn't hurt you guys, so. Because I gave it attack, defense, and accuracy. None of its moves have bad accuracy. And you guys are doing pretty much solely special attacks.
Wait, hold up. The Electros gets coiled?
Yeah.
Huh, that's usually a snake-only thing.
Well, he is kind of a snake.
But he's not, though. Coil and
he's
Glare
an
have been specifically the snakes for the longest time.
Yeah, he can't get glare. He only gets coil.
Like, he's just the snake of the water. I mean, come on. What is an eel but just a snake of the water?
And even then, he's not technically an eel. He's a lamprey.
It's a fish.
He's technically not even a fish, though.
He is.
He's a leech.
No, lampreys are fish.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
I didn't know they counted as fish.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Leeches are invertebrates. Lampreys are, like, a legit, like, spined fish. They are actually very closely related to eels.
Okay, so calling him an eel.
Oh yeah, no,
Isn't
it's
wrong.
absolutely... It's roundabout accurate, but it's accurate.
Still, means I was right. All an eel is the snake of the water.
No, it's a fish. It's just a really long fish.
Nope.
Like knife fish. Except upside down.
Nope, snake of the water.
It's a fish.
Nope, snake
It's
of the
still,
water.
No,
There's still enough that
there are water snakes. It's a fish.
There are indeed water snakes.
Oh, I know there are, but I just love how like aggressive Ben's getting about this. So
In fact,
therefore,
there are specifically sea snakes.
what are you talking about? Eels are just snakes of the water.
No! It's like saying that hagfish are the snakes of the water. They're not.
But they are.
No, they're not. And hagfish are their own category of amazing for completely different reasons.
See, Ben, I'm hearing a lot of I'm hearing a lot of you trying to say that I'm wrong, but we both know that I'm actually right.
No! Biologically, they're completely different. Snakes have lungs.
Yeah, so do eels.
No!
Also, I found a thing as I was climbing the mountain. Is that a thing I should go to?
Eventually.
Oh, I see.
That's the lab that Professor
Alright.
Turo wants you to go to.
Oh, yeah. They're just snakes.
No! They're missing several pieces and they have several extra pieces.
Yeah, just like a snake.
Also,
Either
eels
way,
have more
I think
limbs
we
than
can
snake,
agree.
which feels wrong, but is absolutely true.
I think we can at least agree it doesn't not make sense for it to have coil, and not having glare at least makes up for it having one of the snake only moves.
Yeah. Well, and I think glare, like the reason glare is so specific is, if I remember right, in Japanese it translates almost directly to like snake glare instead. It's like specifically referencing the little hypnotic thing that snakes will do when they stare down prey.
Yeah.
And it just didn't translate completely over. Whale tends to be on snakes, but I think there are a couple that have it. It just kind of surprised me that Electros had it.
Well, let me look at what all has coil.
I think there's a couple of bugs that have it. I think Centiscorch gets it.
I just found the TM
I
for
do
fake
believe
tears.
so. Fake Tears is good. Melodic gets it.
Melodic
Centiscorch
doesn't make
gets it.
sense.
Did you say melodic does or doesn't make sense?
Melodic doesn't make sense. Melodic isn't
And
even an
Huntail
eel,
and
it's an
Gorms
oarfish.
get it.
Which is just a snake.
No, it's a fish! It has fish in the name!
So does snake.
Also, oarfish are fucking gorgeous.
No, you're good, Ben. Welcome back. I am making
welcome.
oh, Hunter just got back. I am making Ben rethink his life by telling him everything is just a fish.
You're not making me rethink my life. You're just wrong.
Hey, can't be wrong when you're the king.
Whoops, that's not
but
Norfish.
you
That's
see-
my tax return.
The king doesn't matter.
What are you talking about? The king is the
That's
most...
that's actually what Melodic is based on.
Oh, did you just post it up in the Discord or something?
Yeah.
Here, let me...
Let me
Oh,
climb.
and that is like, those things are enormous.
Yeah, that's just a snake.
Ah!
Now, admittedly, if it was just something I glanced at, I would see it as a snake.
No, it's clearly a fish.
That thing is huge.
Yeah, they're enormous.
Like,
So is Melodic. Melodic's like a 7 foot long.
like
I
here,
think Melodic is longer than 7 foot long. I think
like
it's
here. One second, people. Like, oh wait, that's right. I haven't turned my camera back on for this one. 1 second. There we go. Like, seriously, look how big this thing is. I don't know if it's gonna. Yeah, there we go. Look how big that thing is. It's freaking huge. Dude, that ore snake is massive. I feel like the
You're
first.
hurting him.
I know I am.
It's kind of entertaining.
Because you.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, they actually get bigger. That's a pretty decent sized one, but they can be even larger.
Ooh.
Like that one's longer.
Oh, it's just in another one? Holy crap!
Yeah, they're big.
That ore snake, man, just...
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's go full girth here.
Bug type 4-star cloister.
I'm down.
Yeah. We can take that.
It is going to have a lot of defense.
Ah, but you see, it's a bug type. Therefore, I have an answer to that.
Fire.
Yeah.
Ooh, but it's going to know a lot of water moves, too.
Yeah, but special defense is poor enough that my fire type being a special attacker makes up for that.
Oh, I'm just gonna spam acrobatics.
What else is bug weak to?
Flying rock.
I will bring in Hurricane. I'll bring in the Hurricane.
Yeah.
Now I wish I could rename Pelipper. I would name it to the Hurricane. I don't even know if that would fit.
It would.
That would fit.
Yeah, that's only 9 letters.
I might have to catch a Pelipper at some point and name it the Hurricane. It does have to have specifically Rain Dance, though.
Or
No, it
Drizzle.
doesn't.
Sorry, Drizzle.
Yeah. Which is its most common ability.
Good. Because if it has...
Really?
It's one of the base abilities.
What? Communication failed. Oh, Ben got disconnected.
Oh no! My thing died. That's why.
Oh, your thing died? Oh.
Yeah, Keen Eye or Drizzle. It's
Just
a 50-50 on them.
Do we want to wait for Ben to get reconnected?
go ahead and do a couple more raids without me. That's fine. I'm gonna go take the dog out for a quick bathroom break real quick, and that should give my thing enough time to turn back on.
Okay.
Well, why don't we actually call it
It has been about 2
for the
hours.
moment?
We could call it here, and then next time we E4 and all the after stuff.
I think that would be a good way to go about it.
You sure? We could hit up the E4. We could do that now.
Yeah, I like the idea
Yeah,
of
I
making,
think doing that all at once feels more impactful.
because then we're
well, we
sweet.
could be douchebags and like leave it at a huge cliffhanger.
Well, we're kind of leaving it as a huge cliffhanger now. I mean, come on, guys, look at me.
I get it. You're on a cliff. No. You do the 4 Elite Four, and then get right up to the champion battle, and then just cut the stream. Don't even put an outro.
But guys, we're at a perfect cliffhanger.
I get it.
I would leave my game here for a week too.
Yeah, I know you would.
No, but with your thing dying though, Ben, this probably is the perfect stopping point.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna switch over to the talk to me button because I don't get to use this very often, and I got my camera set back up and I'm happy, and I got my green screen fixed. It took Gorilla Glue to fix it. Running around. I know my face is just, it's awful. I should shave more often, or maybe I should glue some more hair to my face. I mean, how do you think I got a beard so good? Actually, would you believe me if I told you I've been growing a beard since freshman year? Well, no, so I've had to shave since I was a freshman. If I went more than 2 months without shaving, I would have a full-grown beard. Yeah, but that's because you're military. You have to go under very strict conditions. Oh, whoops. uh, one second, guys. I realized I did a dumb. 1 second. Sorry. I got wrong button. I realize.
You muted us, didn't you? We will not be silenced. Viva la revolution!
Oh,
No.
the scene doesn't have.
The scene doesn't
output
have.
For...
Yeah, I need to get Discord audio set up on that scene so you guys can chat with them too.
We will not be silenced.
Apparently, you were silenced.
Down with the patriarchy.
But no, it was fun, guys. It is good to get back to this, and knowing that we are about one from being done.
We actually have about
Let's say
3 more.
3. So there's the E4, the final Nimona fight, the final Team Star fight with the Team Star leader, fighting Best Boy.
So here's the thing. Ben, since you've gone through as well, do you think that final the post game should count?
Yes.
See how far we can get.
Oh, the post game should definitely count. I don't
It's
even
not
know what's in the post game.
It's not post game. It's straight up the tail end of the story. It's just that you have to finish all 3 of the other stories to get it. It feels like post game to us because growing up.
Oh no,
with
no,
Pokemon,
no! I'm talking.
No, I know what you're talking about.
I'm talking the ones after that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like we've got all 3 stories. You finish all 3 stories, and it feels like post game already because we grew up with E4 as the end of the game, and everything after that is post. That's not true in this one. E4 is one of the 3 stories that converge into one. And then we have that story. And that goes all the way until you catch Koraidon, Miraidon, I would say.
So what you're saying is we have between 2 to 3 more episodes as long as we don't biff it.
I'd say at least 3.
Okay, then. I mean, that's still that's still plenty.
Okay, I'll just come out right and say it. Do we want to see how far we can get with the Ace tournament?
Wait, there's a tournament afterwards?
I mean, it's the same thing over and over. If we can beat it once, we can beat it a million times.
No, I mean getting to it. Because that involves quite a few fights as well.
Well, we could do that, or we can do the thing we were actually talking about doing.
Yeah. Just
Trust
bookmark
me,
it.
we're thinking that too.
The Ace tournament is only like 5 fights.
The Ace tournament itself is 5 fights. There are 8 fights leading up to that.
Oh. Yeah, we should totally do that.
Sure, I'm down. Why
I
not?
know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about now.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's why I was saying that might be a bit.
anyway,
No.
we good for tonight, guys?
Yeah.
We are.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and start closing her down. Then, been fun, everybody. I'm glad to have my camera working again. Got it working. I still don't know what was wrong with it, but I got it working. Until next time, don't scrub out.
Or do.
Yeah, it's
See y'all later.
their choice, really.